Shalom. Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, for the word ignorantly called God and Jesus, to Wada Yahweh, to Wada Yahweh Shai, for this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, double honors to the apostles and elders, the GMS, the true teachers of the Heavenly Father, and the leaders of all Israel today. Alright? To you brothers in the four corners of the earth, hopefully like pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakah Kodash, to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, who are you Latinos, natives, and so-called Negroes, right? Scattered among every nation, the confusion of faces. This is a lesson going into the 400 years of slavery. Alright, where did it take place? Alright? But first, in order to, before we go into it, we had to go to where it was prophesied. Alright? Because that was prophesied in Genesis, the 15th chapter. So, there we get into it. Let's say Genesis 15, verse 12. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and lo, an hour of great darkness fell upon him. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs. Alright? And who is Abraham's seed? Because Abraham had more than one children. Alright, more than one kids. Alright? He had Ishmael, and he had other sons with Keturah. Alright, but the Mosai established the covenant, and only one child. Let me get that precept before I start running my mouth. Genesis 21 verse 12. And the Most High said unto Abram, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad. Who lad? And because of thy bondwoman. This is talking about Ishmael. Alright? And all that Sarah have said unto thee, hearken unto her voice. For in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Alright? And also of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed. So the Most High bless Ishmael and give you a portion, and bless all the kids of Abraham that come from his seed. Because why? Because he is their seed. But guess what? They is Abraham's seed. That's why the Lord blessed them. But guess what? The covenant wasn't established with them. The covenant was with Isaac. Alright? That's why the Lord saying, Isaac shall thy seed be called. Let me get an next precept. Genesis 17 and 19. And the Most High said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. Alright? And his seed had come after him. He had Esau and Jacob, but it was established through Jacob, who later on become Israel. Alright? So let's go back to Genesis chapter 15 verse 12. So let me get one more precept to clarify that. It's just come to me through the Spirit. Romans 9 verse 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That is, they which are are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of the Most High. Because, and now who is that? That's Ishmael and the other kids. Right? But the children of the promise are counted for the seed. Right? For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also have conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand of works, not of works, but of him that called it. So in the womb of Rebekah, let's go back to Jacob and Esau. There was two nation when you go to Genesis 25, right? And you go to Genesis 25 verse 21, right? Two nations was in Rebekah womb. One was created to be the righteous, and one was created to be the wicked. The righteous one was Jacob, Israel, the 12 tribes. Come down to you Latinos, natives, and so called Negroes scattered among every nation. And the other one was Edom, which is Esau. Edom were the Caucasian, the so-called white people, if they want to classify themselves as that. They are not white. They are from the nation of Edom, right? According to the Bible. It was said unto all, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. You see? So Jacob is who the covenant established with. So now, let's go back to Genesis now that you get the understanding on that. Through the Spirit, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Oh, in a stranger that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. Now, you can go to Exodus chapter 1 verse 3, because that prophecy take place in Exodus. The record of the prophecy is in Exodus, the first chapter, Exodus 1 and 5. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already. Alright? Joseph died, 70 souls, and for Joseph was in Egypt already. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. So the fathers die and leave the children. And the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. See, when you go back to Genesis 50, and the Lord said that he would multiply the seed of Abraham like the stars of the heaven. It is right. It is verse 5. And he brought him forth abroad and said, Look now towards heaven and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, So shall thy seed be. You see, so the Most High is not a man that he should lie. He said it and have done it. So the Most High promised Abraham that he would multiply his seed, and that is what the Most High did. When you go to Exodus 1 verse 3. Alright, and verse 7. And the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose up a king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph, and he said unto his people, Behold, the people of Israel, the people of the children of Israel, The people of the children of Israel are more than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply and it come to pass that when they fall out any war, they joined also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. You see, therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. You see, so they afflict them, and but the more they afflict them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved before because of the children of Israel. So you see, in the prophecy say that they're gonna be afflicted. They're gonna be afflicted. They're gonna be afflicted. Yeah, 400 years. They're gonna be afflicted 400 years, and the Mosai will judge that nation. So now you can go to this. This Act 7 verse 5. Let me start. And the Mosai on this wise, that this is seed should sojourn in a strange land. A strange land was Egypt. See, and that they should bring them into bondage and entreat them 400 years. 400 years they were in bondage, and they get entreated in bondage. And the nation to whom they shall be in bondage will I judge, said Yahweh. And after that shall they come forth and serve me in this place. You see? And that place was talking about the land of Israel. Because after they came out of Egypt, the Lord delivered us, and 40 years we was in the wilderness. And by the hand of Joshua, alright, we was led into the land of Israel, which was the promised land that was promised to Israel. Alright? And Stephan was breaking down the history and the promises from the beginning and the prophecy that take place leading up to Yahushua. Alright? Alright? And the nation to whom they shall be in bondage will I judge, said Yahweh. And after that they come forth and serve me in this place. And didn't the Lord judge the Pharaoh of Egypt and destroy him and all the entire armies? That's not talking about America. Right? That's not talking about America. So let me go back to Romans 9. Romans chapter 9 verse 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham let me see. Let me jump down. Let me read from 9 and 15. For he said to Moses, I would have mercy to whom I would have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I would have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. Right? For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore have he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will harden. So Pharaoh was that nation that the Lord hardened his heart and punished him for what he did to the nation of Israel. And Egypt was the strange land. Go back to Genesis chapter 15. Genesis chapter 15 and 12. Alright, let me read it back 15 and 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land, and that seed is Israel. And break that down. And a stranger in a stranger land is Egypt. When you go to the book of Exodus, and that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them. The Egyptians did 400 years, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. And the Lord did that when he destroyed the armies of Egypt, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. And that did happen. They did come out with a lot of substance. With that, I hope this video was edifying to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. All praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh Shai. Shalom.